guys, Jeeps here, and welcome to Planetside 2. Oh yes! So this is a game I really have not talked all that much about, and I feel that's unfortunate. I was actually in the beta for this game near the end of its run, for maybe the last month, 2 months, around there, and I didn't really cover it at all. I didn't even have a huge amount of time to play it, unfortunately. But it's a very, very cool game, and now that it's live, it went live last Tuesday. As of posting this video, that was I believe the 20th? Yes, the 20th of November. This game went live. And it's pretty freaking cool. So, first off, just for anyone who absolutely doesn't know, I guess if you've been just, I don't know, living under rocks? God, I don't know. Planetside 2 is the sequel to the original Planetside. You probably gathered that much at least. But, what the hell is the original Planetside? Well, it was the first MMO FPS, or at least it was one of the first. Don't quote me. There may have been one that tried it before Planetside did. However, this was back in, like, 2003. And let's be honest, the technology was not really there yet to pull off a first-person shooter with the scalings of an MMO. It just wasn't there. So, while it was generally considered to be a decent game, from what I've heard, I didn't actually play the original Planetside. It had its shortcomings in the actual shooter department, by all accounts. Now, this is 2012, and we absolutely do have the technology to pull something like this off. And Sony Online Entertainment has done a pretty damn good job of it, I would say. But, due to the gigantic scale of this game, and don't get me wrong, it is gigantic. When you first spawn, you're probably wondering, what the hell to do? So, what do you see when you first spawn? Well, you don't see this. The first time you spawn, you pick your class, and then you experience something along the lines of this. You're entering the atmosphere through a drop pod. You don't really know what's going on. You might be landing on something. Oh god, what is this? Oh, I think we own this base, maybe? Is this our base? Okay, green's good. Green's good. Let's land here. Oh god, what's going on? Alright, I'm a class. I'm specifically a light assault. Crap, what do I do? And you probably will run around, shoot at some things, and let's be honest, you'll probably die. That's, maybe you'll get lucky. Be worthless and unable to kill anyone. Because you're me! Or that'll happen, and that's always awesome. But, once you die, you go somewhere else. Let's go back to that somewhere else. So after your inevitable, gruesome demise, you end up in a little tank like this, you walk out, and BOOM! The hell's all this shit? What's going on? Who are these people? There's no friendly fire in here. This is the warp gate. Everyone in here will be of your empire. I am specifically the Banu Sovereignty, because teal and purple is the way to dress. That's the main reason I picked this faction, is their impeccable fashion sense. As you can see, it is impeccable! Why would you not choose them? Why would you not? So yeah, you walk out of this, and you're surrounded by suddenly a bunch of people who are friendly, and a bunch of floating icons, and you're probably like, oh god. Oh god, what is going on? I dropped from the atmosphere, and then I died, and I'm here, and what's going on? I'm here to help. I am here to help you figure out what to do. So, you're probably going to run out of here, and the first thing you're going to see is these little gun things. And because it's a shooter, you're going to be attracted to the guns. So you rock up, and you'll see hit E. I mean, it's always a shooter, you hit E. This is where you can select your class and resupply. Now, if I back out, well, I died, so I'm not especially low on ammo, but I fired a few pistol shots, so we can go to excess equipment, we can hit resupply. This will refill all our ammo, which is good. Okay, we're not actually down any ammo, ignore me. Ignore me entirely. But you can switch classes here. Now, the classes are Infiltrator, Light Assault, Combat Medic, Engineer, Heavy Assault. We'll cover those in more detail at a later time. They're relatively self-explanatory, except for one, which is the Max unit. The Max unit is effectively a small mech suit. It's power armor, more or less. You get 2 big guns. Default, you'll have 1 anti-infantry, anti-vehicle. You can then also switch the anti-vehicle for an anti-air flat cannon. This you have standard already purchased. And then you can buy other weapons. You can get 2 of the same kind of weapons. The difference between this and all the other infantry is this actually costs resources, which are these things down at the bottom. You get these for holding territories to purchase. So a max suit takes your infantry resources. You don't want to use up all your infantry resources as a result, because max suits are great. There's also a cooldown after you spawn them. But what else is there? So you might, after seeing that, be like, oh god, there's a max suit right there. Non-new max suits are kind of intimidating. You'll probably turn around and you will see this terminal. You'll probably hit E. And you'll see, what is this? Oh, well, there are 3 continents in this game. At the moment, there are going to be more later. This is how you get to the different continents without hot dropping into a hotspot, pretty much. Trying to use another word, but I couldn't. So this is how you get to these, and you can see who is generally kind of doing better on each continent. As you can see, the TR is dominating on Ezimir and Indar right now, which makes me very sad because we were crushing Ezimir earlier. But we are now pushing way back in Amaresh, where we were doing crap earlier, so hey, I guess that all works out. This will just take you to a warp gate on the other continent. The warp gates are all identical, and that's always good stuff. That's how you get to the other continents. So what else is in here? Well, you're probably feeling a little less panicked right now, so maybe you might hit a button. And in all MMOs, you can usually hit M, because that brings up the map. Now, the map is extraordinarily important in this game. In fact, I would recommend just hit M anytime you want to go to this menu, because you always want to know what's going on. This will show you who controls what territories on the continent. As you can see, it's in this kind of hex grid. You can see which areas of continents are different things, which empire controls them. You can see what benefits you get, who conquered it last. You can also see the other 2 continents. As you can see, we're... outside of on Amaresh, we are currently getting crushed, and this makes me very sad. We are just... oh, God, we are not holding on well at all. Though we're probably about to pull these back, at least. That's nice. So this lets you see the different things, and I can't right now because I used to... I kind of cheated to show you the dropping in. That was not the first time I had loaded. You would normally, over these things called... these things here, these are hotspots you could deploy in, but they have, I think, a 15 or 10 minute cooldown on being able to do that, so pick your battles carefully with that. Otherwise, you are going to have to find a way to get to these hotspots. Well, we'll stick with Indar for the moment. Indar's good. Indar is a desert continent. It's got some kind of scrublands and deserts. Ezimir is all ice and snow, and Amaresh is all foresty. So, you'll see these other icons now. You've probably been moving towards. These are a little more self-explanatory. We got another gun one. This is just an elevator. You'll see these in a bunch of different bases. Elevators are always good. And then, this thing, which, for the Vanu, you're probably wondering, what the fuck is that shit? But then you see the little tank, and you know what you're in for. You're in for ground vehicles, which gives you the option of the Flash, which is a little quad bike ATV. Very quick, very easy to destroy, not armed with anything. Sunderers. These are important. These are ATVs and can also become mobile spawn points. That is why they cost so many resources. These are incredibly valuable, though. These are your friend always. Then the Lightning, which is a light tank crewed by 1 person. Very customizable, as most things are in this game. And then the main battle tank for your faction. This is the Mag Rider for the Vanu Sovereignty, which is a hover tank. These all have slight differences between the factions. Well, not even slight differences. They're different between the factions. All the factions have unique main battle tanks. And these can be crewed by 2 people. The driver fires the main gun, the secondary fires the anti-infantry gun, or whatever you may customize the secondary weapon to be. That is entirely up to you. Now, as you move right along, you'll probably see these planes down here, and you'll be getting a good idea. That's right, it is the aerospace terminal. Here you get the main fighter, and the Liberator gunship, which is a 3-person gunship. It's got 3 big old guns on it. Very fun, but recommended to be fully crewed if you're going to take one out. Otherwise, take the fighter. For the Vanu, this is the nimble little scythe. Then you get the Mosquito and the Reaver for the TR and the new Conglomerate, respectively. You can customize your loaded again. In this case, the secondary weapon is actually just something that gives me more afterburner fuel, but that's still nice. These cost a decent amount of resources. 200 for the scythe, 300 for a Liberator. And again, the resources are down at the bottom. You saw those earlier. And then, the final terminal is the Galaxy Terminal. And apparently, in 2 hours and 45 minutes, there will be 2 hours of downtime. Thanks for that. Galaxy is a gigantic 12-person dropship, as in this holds an entire squad. Squads are 12 men in size, or women, and this is what you're going to want to fly them around in. These things are also quite expensive. They are big, slow-moving targets, but you can carry 12 people in them. That cannot be understated. They do have 4 decent-sized guns. They can kind of protect themselves a little bit. Don't really want one of these as a gunship. The Liberator is better for that. However, Galaxies are awesome. Galaxies are important. And galaxies can be, especially if you're playing with a lot of people, which I would highly recommend. Don't play this like I am right now. Play this with other people. Join an outfit or squad or what have you. These are important. Now, speaking of other people, let's bring up the map again so we can go to other things. Go to social. Now, you can actually join public squads in this game. There are quite a number here. And you can just look through them, and you can just join whatever you want. You can also hit auto-join squad, which will just join you to whatever available squad it picks. Or you can enable auto-join on login, you will just always be in a squad. Being in a squad is good. This game does have in-game voice over IP. It's probably not as good as, you know, using a Mumble server or Vent or TeamSpeak, but it does have it, and communication is key. So I would highly recommend joining a squad if you are going to do pretty much anything. Now, a better recommendation, this is something I need to do still. Hey, if you're Vanu on Soltech US East, I would love to join your outfit. You should join an outfit. You should create an outfit if you're, you know, if you've got the time to run one. Outfits are guilds. They're what you would expect. Guilds are always good in an MMO. There's nothing really else that needs to be said there. And of course, friends list. I have no friends because I'm a sad, sad person. If you're on Soltech, friend AtnaShadow. I think you know how to spell that by now. So yes, squads, important. Vehicles, important. Say you're not in a squad, though, and you want to figure out somewhere to go. Providing you've got the resources, your best bets are probably going to be a Flash or the Fighter. And because I love flying, I'm going to waste my resources and fly away in a scythe. Just because I can. But that's really about it for the moment. This is just a brief... I just wanted to give you a very brief tutorial of what everything you're going to see is when you first start out. Like I said, maybe the most important thing is the map in this game. You want to have good awareness of what is going on. Is there anything down here I can shoot? Because I would love to shoot it. Or I could fly into a tree. Or I could fly into a tree. I think that's the perfect place to end this video. This could not have ended better, friends. As always, like, subscribe, share with your friends if you just want to show them how badly I fail at the end of this video, because really, I did not intentionally crash into that tree. That was so pitiful. That's it for now. We'll have more Planetside 2 coming, along with all the other stuff we like to cover. We're getting back on this wagon. We're not done. We're not gone. We are still going. AtnaGaming is not dead, contrary to what empirical evidence would have you believe. That's why you can't trust evidence. As always, I've been Jeeps. I'll talk to you guys later.